Based on the events in the episode too far, there appear to be signs that Peridot will develop romantic feelings for Amethyst. Let me say that I am not one for shipping, and I usually do not care who ends up with whom in a story, as long as it's interesting and the relationship is developed well. The reason I'm proposing this hypothesis at all is that I think it is in fact being foreshadowed despite how unlikely it seems. Too far sets up that Peridot does not understand why Garnet would stay fused when there is no need for violence to be utilized. It has been demonstrated by now that Homeworld sees fusion merely as a militaristic application and does not hold fusions in high regard. However, Peridot has not actually ever shown to be against the romance between Ruby and Sapphire. She is just dumbfounded by their constant fusion. This leads us to the question of whether Peridot comprehends romance in the first place, and whether Homeworld suppresses gems having genuine emotional connections with each other. I have to make the assumption that romantic feelings between gems are highly atypical in Homeworld society. Thus, at the most basic level, Peridot does not understand Garnet because she does not even comprehend romantic feelings. In this same episode, it is set up that Peridot essentially admires Amethyst. Admiration even results in imitation, where Peridot laughs nearly uncharacteristically at what name she gives to objects, which before she did not find amusing in the least. Let's be honest here, she is basically going, "Notice me, senpai!" Peridot's voice is practically ecstatic when she thinks Amethyst is talking to Pearl about how much fun she had with her. So in an episode which ends with Peridot saying she wants to comprehend the attitudes on Earth, she was dumbfounded by the physical form of Ruby and Sapphire's love and developed a strong attraction to Amethyst. But what seals the deal for me, and actually made me consider this idea, is the aftermath of Peridot tackling Amethyst. This scene was so evocative of the trope commonly found in manga and anime, where the protagonist knocks their love interest over and lies on top of them, which is done either by accident or, as in Peridot's case, to save them from something. We even get close-ups on the wide-eyed faces of the two, followed by a desperate lunge backward and an apology about how it was all an accident. This feels so deliberate that I just can't imagine the scene having no larger significance. I cannot see the sapphic undertones in this scene being there merely for fun and laughs. Let's say that nothing romantic does happen between Amethyst and Peridot. What would the point of this scene then be? If Peridot just landed on the ground beside Amethyst instead of straddling her, there would be nothing altered. A scene staged so specifically like a romance anime trope after Peridot had earlier been shown to not understand Garnet and admire Amethyst? It is hard to draw a conclusion other than there's some foreshadowing going on here. Look, I'm not saying there will definitely be a full-blown relationship or that it will be reciprocal, but even it being one-sided for Peridot would certainly create a new and interesting dynamic, that's for sure. I used to think Peridot's first fusion would end up being with Steven, but now I'm predicting it will be with Amethyst instead. Before this episode, I think this idea would have been ludicrous and just downright silly. But with this many signs crammed into 11 minutes, I can't help but think there may be something here. What are your thoughts?